Hi, I'm Gail. If you're new here, let me tell you some things about myself. I'm 31 years old. I live in a house which I run myself. That means I pay the bills and sometimes vacuum, with a 9-year-old kid who I essentially need to keep alive. From the outside, you'd think I had my shit together, wouldn't you? Oh, how wrong you'd be. Like most of my generation, when in doubt, I turned to Google for answers. What is this strange rash? When it comes to money, I'm mostly sensible, except for those 1 or 2 impulse buys. All in all, I struggle along about as good as anybody else. I don't know what I'm doing, but I get by. This sentiment also applies to my dating life, and in particular, my sexuality. As a teenager, I never really came out of the closet. When I started having a sexual interest in people, it was for both men and women. I must have vocalised this at some point, but there's no defining coming out moment that I remember. I was just bisexual from the get-go. It was a non-issue. When I started dating though, all my partners were men. I'd go out with friends on weekends to gay bars. I kissed girls. I liked it. But when it came to those awkward coffee dates, my victims were always men. I never thought much of it at first, but as I got older I began to question my sexuality. Maybe I wasn't bi, maybe I was just curious. I played around with calling myself bi-curious for a while, but that wasn't right either. I wasn't curious. I found women sexually attractive and I knew it. So I started doing some research. By this point, social media was becoming a thing. Who remembers MySpace and Bebo? And along with it, people were being more open and honest and sharing more. I found myself running into more descriptive terms, more labels than I'd known existed. I read some more and decided I wasn't bi at all. I was pan. So I went through the mindset for a few years of, I don't find people attractive based on what genitals they have. I find them attractive based on who they are as a person. And while that's still true, something didn't feel quite right. My disinterest in having a relationship with a woman had me question whether I'd been lying to myself this whole time. Maybe I wasn't bi or pan. Maybe I was just straight. And so we come to now, where finally I think I've cracked it. Thanks to the wonder that is the internet and all the people on it, I've discovered at the ripe old age of 31 that sexuality and romanticism are 2 different things, and I can absolutely have differing feelings on each. When I saw that hetero-romantic bisexual was a legitimate thing, it was like something finally clicked and I found my place in that LGBTQ+ community. So thank you to the internet and the people on it for finally helping me to figure out who I am. Now if you could keep providing me with ways to look after my kid, that would be great. Hi. Okay, bye. Children. Why am I so crap and awkward about